Start it, you're going to be hearing swear words on
Good.
set.
I'll be happy for that.
Good. Move it, Sonny.
Right. Make him screw up my cameras.
I don't care.
I know you
Charles
don't.
doesn't care, right?
Right. Well,
Okay, then shut up.
you can play your game.
Shut the fuck up.
No, you shut the fuck up.
No, you shut up.
No, you.
Oh, no, you. Where did Casey? Casey came in later. Casey. Oberon. Casey. Casey.
What do you smell? Well, not ourselves. Hi, everybody.
Hey, everybody, welcome to TFT, Tarot for Today. Divine Dabblings with
Oberon.
and me, Banshee. I was just commenting that I can smell the fragrance of these garlic parmesan pretzel sticks we have here.
Again?
Yes, we actually did not eat the whole bag right away.
They're very tempting.
I'll have you know. Well, Casey, where have you been? Good to see you back wherever you've been.
It's good to see you, Casey. And everybody, thank you for
And of course,
joining us
everybody.
today.
Welcome to the show, the Sunday show. I have another deck I'm using today. I've had this deck a while. I haven't used it very often, but we'll do it for the collective today. It's kind of shadow oriented. It's called the...
Whoops, hold on.
That's all right. I'm just ready when you are. The Dark Goddess Oracle Cards. And it's by Barbara Meckel, John Free, and Flavia Kate Peters.
Oh, look at that. My pictures are all messed up here.
And so it's kind of a shadowy deck, I believe. We'll take a look at what the message is today.
I need to
hey,
adjust
we've
my
missed you
camera
too,
scenes
Casey.
Here, so, I'm sorry, I got to work on my camera frames. They're messed up.
Oh.
I'm not sure what happened.
But for you guys, for your information right now, Mercury retrograde and everything else, we are just before the show, our things were going down again, our internet. If we go down, we will come back up and we'll go with the previous list we've had. So come back and find us. We have to wait, of course, till our internet resets. But we're having some serious problems here. I'm really at a loss, and apparently, I don't know, I'm not getting through to my internet service provider enough. They promised me they'd send someone out once we were done with our bout of COVID, and now they're sending me in a runaround again, and so I don't know what's going to happen. I haven't decided yet what I want to do, but...
Sorry, I had to adjust some camera frames. I thought they were all set, but they kind of were weird.
Well, I'm
Oh,
still
hi,
shuffling.
Mr.
I'm going to... I
Mr.
think,
Sunman.
let me double check
Mr.
this.
Sun salutes the audience in the only way that he can.
There's no reversed meaning, so I'm going to have you pick one, Mr. O. Hey, Angel Rivera, good to see you. From the libraries, wow. Good enough, good enough. You're on duty.
What deck is that in front of you? Are you already doing that one? Is
Yes,
that
I
the Dark
am.
Goddess?
I'm going to have you pick a card from it like I had said.
Well, I'm trying to keep up with the chat room. Here.
I understand, but keep up with me too.
No one can do that.
Keep up with me too, Mr. Beanie Boy. Hi.
I know, but I'd rather do this instead.
I know. So we have nothing for the Lenormand cards to sit on either, I see. Okay. Good show.
Nope. Good show yourself. Now, I suppose you want me to show this too.
I know, maybe. What does it say?
Stand by for bickering.
No, it does not.
Right, that was the sign that was there.
It says abuse.
Well, you gave it to me.
Well, let's see what abuse has to say. I'm sure it's not very good. I love it. It comes with a poem, too, which is really nice. Should remember that. Some of Barbara Meckel John's stuff has that. This is kind of interesting. The poem, and of course the goddess is called Ran. Destructive action, harm, abuse, cruelty, violence, no excuse. Defenses down, now soften heart. Compassion aids, a kind new start. By the power of the dark goddess in me, protection in place, blessed be. Ooh, that's kind of nice.
It sends chills up my spine.
So it does say here, you know what you are doing is wrong, yet you still persist with cutting words and sneering glances.
See? It is about me.
It is. Ensnaring those who need you within your net of abuse. That's right, abuse. It sounds harsh, but when you take advantage of others, be it for money, affection, time, or the limelight, you are abusing the situation or relationship, however subtle your ways. It's time to stop. You have so many more endearing qualities about you that using the cheap trick of hitting others where it hurts is quite honestly beneath you. Rand comes to remind you that you have so much more to offer others than a sharp tongue or clenched fist. You have a most compassionate heart, so don't let it harden. Guide, advise, and relate to others with kindness, and you too will benefit greatly. Ron knows all too well what it is to be feared, looked upon with dread, or only good for dealing with those already past. Remember, you are here for the living. Learn to manage anger. You're running the risk of losing a loved one to another. Take long walks by the sea. Be romantic. Praise others more often. Don't be afraid if you don't have all the answers. Be open to the help that is about to be offered to you.
There it was. He reached out.
He reached out. It's our therapy cat, of course, Sonny. Well, it is kind of a harsh card. So think about the ways, that you might be expressing yourself in situations where you should be showing more kindness, trying to dial down the anger, trying to find, compassion. Think about ways that you can do that. And if you are on the receiving end of such behavior, it is time to think about your options. You don't deserve that.
All right.
And that's what we have for the collective today. Hard lessons. But it's the time of year we deal with the shadow, and some of that is not always pleasant, obviously. All right. Oh, Rand, yeah, they did mention, I should have went in the history, Kara. I am sorry. There was a little bit of history on the goddess. You are correct. All right. Let's get going. We're using the same decks we used last week, Mr. Oh, you did show them? Oh, you're not, of course.
I'm not.
Yeah, you're not. I am. 2 of the decks are going to change on Thursday. But go ahead.
I'm using the Tarot of the Cat People.
Mm-hmm.
The Cat People. I'm using the Ancient Egypt Tarot. 9 of Wands.
And
I have Legend, the Arthurian Tarot, and that's the Wheel of Fortune, Arthur's Dream, it says. There's some other decks around if people ask for them.
well, I will go through my decks as I use them. I think they're the same as last week. But for fall, I'm going to add a couple other things into the mix and put a couple aside. Getting a little bit more Halloween-y as we go. I still have to do my Trick or Treat Tarot review. Hopefully on the blog that will come out this week after I finish my 5th installment of the Oracle cards I'm using 5 days a week on Twitter and Facebook. We're doing part 5 next, which will be Self-Healing Saturday cards. I'll be introducing you to them. All right. Who's first? First is Angel Mary, I believe.
They may have left their question too, so... What's the career path that I should take now to improve my life financially? I want to let you start with your cards.
Yeah, the deck was called the Dark Goddess Oracle. Kara's right. If Kara's going to answer, Dark Goddess Oracle cards by Barbara Meckle-John Free. It's done, I believe, by Llewellyn, or could be from Australia, the Rockpool Publishing. I'm not sure which, but I think it's available through Llewellyn.
Karen, you can leave your message in the chat if you want to now, if you have to leave or whatever. We may come back and ask you for it, but I guess we could do it if we know your question. And
I
then
think
you'll
Violet's got it.
All right.
I think Violet's got it.
No, it's okay, Karen. All right, thank you.
Well, okay. What career path should I take to improve my life financially? All right. Are you going first with your deck?
I asked if you would.
Okay, I will. use this one. I'm using the Darkwood Tarot. I believe Sasha Graham is involved with that one, I think. And
I am feeling the heavy disturbance of Mercury retrograde ourselves, as well as maybe some of you guys.
and now I can't think of the artist because he spoke and I forgot. So, but it's somebody who also did the tarot that he has that I want to get, the Horror Tarot.
But there's the horrible truth.
So who's the artist of your Horror Tarot?
I don't know, because you're more of that person. But here's the real horrible truth, my dear Banshee, is you want me to speak when I'm spoken to.
Yes, yes.
Mohaha.
Shuffle. Hey, Mo. Good to see you. All right.
It's gonna be crazy.
Is it? We can get going.
Maybe I wasn't referring to that.
Okay. Maybe you weren't. Do I have the right deck? I do. All right. We're using 2 Lenormand decks today. Mr. O will be using the Halloween Lenormand.
The real question is, do you have a full deck?
Did you just interrupt me?
You bet, because I need to know if you have a full deck.
The Halloween Lenormand, and I am using the Malefique Lenormand. Malefique.
And Harish has joined us. Hi, Harish.
Harish. Okay.
We do have a queue, a list. So if you need to, you can leave the question there, and we will get to it eventually. There's a few people in front of you, quite a few actually. It was near the end there.
Okay, the first card we have pulled is the Page of Pentacles reversed. It's interesting considering the question. The second card we've pulled is the Eight of Swords upright. And the third card is the King of Wands upright. So the question is about career, future career. What career path should Angel Mary take to improve her life financially? It's really interesting that you say that, Angel Mary, or ask that, because almost immediately, I'm seeing the Page of Pentacles reversed here. And I don't know. I'm thinking to myself that, obviously, maybe you're not feeling you're receiving what you're worth, or you've had some bad financial news lately. Or, in regards to your question, this might be saying, maybe it's not about the finances, but what really makes you stand out above the rest. When I look at that King of Wands there, because the Eight of Swords is also here, and the Eight of Swords is kind of showing that you're kind of fearing making a move of some sort. You're kind of afraid of maybe what you should do next. Maybe you're afraid of standing out, but this King of Wands here seems to indicate that you definitely have talent and abilities that people would recognize you for. So I'm not sure I'm getting an actual career path here.
Well,
Do you see
I'm wondering
something?
if that's like maybe something that's promotional.
Right.
It's PR
Right.
related. It's somebody that, promotes your own stuff or other people, or your public relations of some sort. And so this is really saying that maybe you will need to maybe come out a little bit of either a shell or of a mindset you have about that. I often call this kind of work, and it was very true for myself, is learning to find your voice, learning to feel comfortable, to be projective, to be able to talk your story, try to sell your story. So the only other thing is that it just says that maybe as this idea comes to you, it's going to be a little bit of a reach for you personally, that maybe you won't feel exactly like it fits you. So maybe you have to also consider other things that are related to that public relations kind of field. And that could just be somebody that helps companies or careers disseminate information, be able to explain information. So this could even fall into the heading of maybe possibly becoming a sort of technical writer for materials for groups, that promote their products, things like that.
I don't know. Well, as he was going on there, I began to think about this a little bit more. And I'm wondering, Angel Mary, if what I'm seeing here, I like your idea of promotion, though. I think that fits to a certain degree what I'm about to say.
The other cards make it seem harder or more of a reach.
What I'm about to say. And that is that maybe what you're meant to do is work for people who might be a little bit downtrodden, who maybe don't have a lot of resources, or it could be something to do with, promoting some health care. I'm wondering if it shouldn't be for some more philanthropic agencies, for example, like working for example, I'm just going to throw it out there because I've been seeing their advertisements lately, for an association like the Alzheimer's Association or cancer associations, something where you can help others in need who may need support, and you could possibly be helping this company either promote or be a part of fundraising campaigns or getting information out to others. You could be some type of contact person. This just looks like it might, when I'm looking at these two cards together, I'm wondering if that's not a possibility here. Now, I would add to this that I'm not seeing a lot of financial success indicated in this per se. We'll look at the Lenormand and see if it comes up there, but I almost think this is something where you could help others who may be in more dire straits than you are.
So it's a consultant of some sort.
Not necessarily a consultant. It could be somebody who is just an information giver, somebody who talks about what the association could do or offer for them, something where they could refer them to other healthcare or maybe help industries if they're in poverty, for example. It's stuff like that. I'm thinking of things like that. And so it's a different kind of PR, really. It's more, it's more social help. And here it's looking as though, these could be people who just have a lot of fear and trepidation of what they're dealing with right now. And that maybe you could offer, support and motivation to seek out the help they need. It's just a thought that came up in my little head there. Let's see what the Lenormand has to add to this.
Thank you, Swati. That's true. Everybody should like and share and all that stuff.
I need to drink some lemon water today, Kira. I usually drink a warm cup of lemon water. Lemon juice. Actually, it's really lemon juice and a little water. Yes.
Hi, Estelle.
Hey, so get you on the list. It's kind of long. All right, top. So we have the cross here, and I have to take this in context with your question. And we have the tree. And so I really look at this, and I am wondering once again, if you can't help people in need. And the thing here is, to me, this looks like the tree is all about health and healthcare, a lot, or learning and information and knowledge. And this could be helping people who have a lot of worries, a lot of anxiety, a lot of grief. I won't even rule out that you couldn't be helpful, for example, in some crisis mental health care organization, for example. So I mean, social work is not necessarily a money-making thing, but there are perks. And actually, our daughter-in-law is doing quite well on her own now. She's what do you want to say, freelancing. She's kind of freelancing social services, and she's doing okay. So I mean, you can make a good living here in getting in some of these fields, depending on how far you want to take it. So it is leaning to me towards some kind of healthcare or health-oriented thing. What do you think,
It's a good observation. I'm not sure I could have exactly pulled that out. I was actually having a little trouble, so I appreciate that. I do feel that maybe what this is saying too is that from a career point of view, it may be more that you'll have to grow that career, that there won't be a sense really of immediately getting to the top rungs of that it just might be somehow metered or measured.
All right, looking and understanding what he's saying about it, that would be very true and fitting with these cards as well. That, you know, will take a lot of blood, sweat, and tears to get to where you need to be, perhaps. But it really might be something worthwhile for you if it's not totally financially, you know, if it's not the best financial arrangement in the world. I think it may suit you more. You might really shine in this field. And that's what we have for you. I wish you luck with that.
Cool.
Right? And we are on Lena, I think.
Thank you for the subscription, Harish. I see you mentioned that you subscribed. And you're welcome, Angel Mary.
Let's move on.
Hi, Susie.
Lena. Somebody else here? Oh, Susie. Hi, Susie.
Oh, I guess I should use the Ghost Tarot, perhaps, since I have it.
Any message from my son who passed away? Oh, yeah, do that.
Yes, I'm going to use the Ghost Tarot. I like to use it for spirit-related questions. Sometimes we're asked for those.